Hello, welcome to Natural Parent Magazine's Babywearing segment. My name is Lauren Modi and I am co-founder of Mama Etc. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that I'm really passionate about, which is minimalist parenting, in particular baby wearing as a form of minimalist parenting. Now, this concept of minimalism is something that my family and I are constantly working towards. I feel like when it comes to small babies, I'm definitely got the minimalism thing down pat, especially with constant baby wearing and reducing the things that I use. However, my life, my lifestyle and my house is still a work in progress. So firstly, like, minimalism is a concept that at the moment we're all being forced to acknowledge. And it's interesting to hear like so many mums on social media and just mums that I'm friends with saying that how nice it is to actually slow down and reduce their busy schedules. Like, kids aren't going to kindy, they're not running to swimming and gymnastics and things, and they're sort of saying it's like a breath of fresh air for some, not everyone, but it's good to see them playing and just making their own games and things like that. So there is a benefit in slowing down and minimizing your life a little bit. So especially as a mum, there's just so much to keep up with. I'm quite thankful at the moment, being I've just hit my third trimester, and it's kind of nice that I don't have to rush around at the moment. So I'm just trying to see the positives and see how it's great to be forced to slow down. So whether you're wanting to reduce your footprint, simplify your lifestyle, or even just save money, minimalism may be sort of what you're looking for. And it's not, you don't have to do it across all areas of your life. It could just be, you could take sort of elements of it and apply it to you. Basically, I started thinking about minimalist parenting as a concept when I started Mama Etc. With my first baby, I had so many gadgets. I had a lot of gifts, a lot of hand-me-downs, and I purchased a lot of things in the excitement of being pregnant with a baby that I needed to have. Most second-time mums and third-time mums, and definitely when you've sort of had a few, you start to see that you actually don't need much at all. You might have your favorite things that you use, but even a lot of the things that you do use, you can actually do without. And they're all things that we need very temporarily because babies do grow up. So considering whether or not you actually need those things is a really good thing to do every time you go to purchase. So basically, back to my story. So for the first 6 months of Ashman's life, I wore him in a sling. I didn't use the pram, and I'd sold my big bulky pram and I'd purchased a smaller compact pram with a bassinet attachment, and that bassinet attachment did not get used once. It was a big waste of money, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, we did use a pram later on, not a lot, but we definitely did get the pram out. It was probably a waste of money. I definitely think investing in a good baby carrier, if you're going to go the minimalism route, is a better investment and a lot less to invest. Even the sling itself, going for a more minimal sling, has its benefits. So if you consider your big structured carriers and things like that, there's a lot more bulk in those, and they're also they're a single-use item, whereas a sling, which is what I'm going to go into, can be used for multiple things and can actually be upcycled after you finish using it, or you could pass it to someone else. But not having a pram means that I had to reduce the items that I took with me. So I didn't have a big heavy nappy bag. I had that for my first, and again, I didn't need it. I didn't need to cart all the things around with me that I thought I needed. I just had my oversized tote, like a leather tote, or just even a fabric tote. And I was breastfeeding, no need for bottles. My sling acted like a cloth, like when you have a sling, or a fabric baby carrier, you can use the tail to wipe up anything. They are washable, so it's not the end of the world if you get a bit of spew or dribble on it. And then also acted as a blanket. So if I ever needed to put baby down, if we went to the park or the beach, or someone's house or something, I could lay baby on this. And so I didn't really need blankets. I think with a pram, you have a pram liner and then you lay them down and you pop the blankets on them. You might have a blanket to cover from sun coming in or something like that. With the sling, I didn't need all those things. All I had with me was usually change of clothes, a few nappies, some wipes, and that's pretty much it. So it was really nice, and it reduced mental clutter for me. So I was having my second baby. It can be overwhelming without having to leave the house with all those items. It just freed up my mental space, and it freed me up to have my hands, so I can, like, say we went to the park, if I took my little boy to the park, I could follow him around and use my hands to push him on the sling. He was still only little, was still only 2, so I had free hands to take care of him without having to try and either leave the pram far away or try and push the pram into the park. I could push him on the swing and have baby with me, safe and content. It just minimalized physical clutter and mental clutter. Leaving the house just became a lot easier. So then there's the other aspect. So that's the physical aspect of, actually purchasing things, but minimalism and slowing down is usually talked about hand in hand, because we're not only reducing our things in our lives, but we're reducing our schedules, reducing our mental clutter. So baby wearing helped me become present with my baby. You can enjoy their smells. You can kiss them as much as you want. You can talk to them without even trying. You are always interacting with them because they're right here. You're always looking at them and taking them in and gazing at them when they're sleeping. And then when they're a bit older, you're showing them the world from your point of view. You don't forget to point out, hey, beautiful baby, this is a butterfly, or look at this beautiful flower, because they're right there and they're not lying down in a pram asleep or awake and just kind of staring at the sky. They're taking in a lot more, and you can be more present and talk to them more because they are up there with you. Now, I do believe that when babies go into the pram, there is a slight disconnect. And you know what? They're only newborns for a small amount of time. The more you can smell them, the more you can kiss them, those tiny little faces, their tiny little bodies, before long, it's a distant memory. So I think enjoying and taking your time and slowing down, enjoying the calm moments that you have with your baby is so important. And it's normal, it feels right to have them close. So, that's pretty much it from me. It's a very in-depth topic that I've touched on briefly, and I'd like to talk about more down the track. But I hope I've inspired you another reason for baby wearing, and also to consider the items you purchase and what you're going to use. I'd love you to consider baby wearing as a first step, or a new step towards minimalist parenting. Okay, thank you. Bye.